I swear on my honor to be faithful to the Mafia, as the Mafia is faithful to me. This blessed picture burns together with a few drops of my blood to show that I will give my whole life to the Mafia until flesh and bone return to their natural state.
From this moment, you are a member of our organization. Repeat the code of honor.
I shall help the organization at any time without hesitation.
Proceed.
It's my duty to obey the capo. An offense committed against any member of the organization is to be considered an offense against the entire organization and will be avenged at any cost. There's no appeal to any authority outside of the organization. I swear never to reveal the names of the Brotherhood or the organization's secrets.
We use this code as the basis of our international brotherhood. It applies to everyone. Antonio!
Rosario. Must feel good to be home again, huh? It's good to see you. Get out of here, all right? I got my car outside. Look over there. What do we do?
Nothing.
Good to see you back. The family send their regards, Rosario. They're happy you're back again. And we were wondering if you were looking for any help.
No, I'm not looking for anything.
You know, you'll find things much easier if you decide to let us help you.
When I need something from you, I'll ask. You get me?
I'll tell them that.
Do that. You know, he's still got them pretty well in line, considering he's inside.
Who are you talking about?
You mean you don't know? Davidsoni. He's been on trial for over a month. Haven't you got anything to say?
Like what?
You've been on their list for some time now. It's a miracle you're still alive. From what I hear, you haven't exactly kept to their code.
Antonio, they can take their code and shove it.
Well, how does it look to you, Rosario? Palermo's changed a bit, huh? 8 years ago, 4 stories was a skyscraper. Now look what we've got.
I see Lopresti's in the construction business, too, huh?
Yeah, he's raking it in a big way. You gonna go see him?
How come you drove out to pick me up?
You can thank your little sister for that.
Rosario. So let's have a look at you. I don't know why I thought you'd be changed, but you're not at all.
That's not true. I am changed.
Come in, Antonio.
Thank you.
Rosario, now you're back. I know things will be better.
How have you made out on your own?
As best I could, I suppose. I just got used to bad luck. Your wife's death was what finished us.
It was a terrible accident.
Antonio knows what she went through to keep your business going.
Yeah. It wasn't her fault if the trucks only worked once a week. They put the squeeze on her.
She told me she used to go down and beg Vizzoni to use her trucks on the sites. And she tried to make sure they didn't mean to kill you, too.
How'd he react?
With promises. They promised everything, and so did the others. And they weren't worth anything.
Couldn't you have helped her?
She used to ask me for advice. Vizzoni threw me out when I went to see him.
How bad is the situation?
Anna borrowed from Vizzoni to keep things going, and he made her sign promissory notes as a guarantee. She couldn't pay them. And now he's suing.
They put liens on everything. The trucks are being auctioned off the day after tomorrow.
What's left of Mom's cash?
There's under £1 million lira. You see, we had to use it when the business slowed down.
If you're found in possession of a dangerous weapon, or we pick you up on suspicion, and your alibi isn't perfect, I'll have you jailed at the drop of a hat. Let's hope you value your liberty this time, huh?
No one enjoys prison.
You should have thought of that in New York.
I goofed and I paid.
Sure. But did they tell you what the price would be when you took the job?
What do you mean?
We both know what I'm talking about, only I don't have the proof.
Just what do you want from me?
I'll tell you. Unfortunately for both of us, we didn't catch on until it was a bit too late. You and Shortino got busted for carrying a small amount of heroin. But you were only a setup to keep the heat off the big shipment. Oh, read it.
What are you going to do? Reopen the case here?
Not a bad idea, if you want to. But if I were you, I'd play my cards right now. You know where. Pizzoni's trial is a dead issue without evidence. With your help, we can put him away for life.
Sorry, that's not my kind of game.
Sure. Excuse me, I forgot that you men of honor don't cop out. You prefer to murder. This morning at the airport, you offended Pizzoni's right-hand man. What is your game?
I go now.
You're free to do what you like. But I don't need to tell you. You're only alive right now because the heat's on Pizzoni. Be seeing you.
And I am sure that I am speaking on behalf of all the citizens of our fair city when I offer our sincere thanks to Commendatore Orlando Lopresti, who has made possible the construction of this magnificent shopping center that is so indispensable to the welfare of this expanding community. Thank you, Commendatore.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Senator? Oh, Senator, excuse me. I've been promising all day to introduce my son Carlo to you. He's studying to be an engineer.
That's a very worthwhile profession. What year?
Second, Senator.
That's very
Don't be so shy, Carlo. Don't forget, a politician is returned to office with our votes.
Young man, you have a very smart father. You realize that?
Senator? How about a few photographs,
Of course.
Okay. Excuse me a second. Rosario Insulia. Well, this is a big surprise. You look great, Commendatore Lopresti. Well, how's life treating you, huh? Good boy. I hate to admit it, but things couldn't be worse right now. Yeah, I understand. However, there's no point in giving in. While there's life, there's hope, my boy. Yeah, but my trucks are due to be auctioned off in 2 days, and there's nothing I can do about it. I'll see what I can do for you. But only if you promise to stay out of trouble. You understand? Bad publicity is not good for business. You know me. You've got nothing to worry about. Of course not. Now, about the auction. I see no reason why I can't give you an advance on business we'll be doing in the future. Thank you. I don't know what I'd have done without you.
Excuse me, Dad. Excuse me. I really think you ought to come. They want you to open the champagne.
Well, tell them I'll be there in a moment.
Excuse me.
Sure. Rosario, I hope you won't think me rude, but I have to go now. It's been a great pleasure. I'll see you tomorrow morning in my office. And I know that everything will go all right.
Now, gentlemen, if you've finished inspecting the trucks, the auction will now begin. May I have your attention, please? The first and only lot consists of 3 almost new OM trucks, all complete with trailers, bidding to begin at 3 million lira.
I'll make that 3,200,000.
3,300,000 over here. I'll make that an even 4 million.
I take it that's going to be the highest offer. Or are there any other bids? I've got 4 million going once, going twice, going 3 times, and
4,200,000. Full of surprises, aren't you?
Anything wrong?
I got 4,200,000 going once, twice, 3 times, and sold.
1.5. The rest in 10 days.
I'm glad you found the cash. Nobody likes to see a thriving business go down the drain.
Funny you should say that.
We like to help our friends if possible. But let me give you a little advice. The sooner you talk to the family, the better.
My only advice to you is this. Just stay clear of me and don't try running my business or you'll be sorry. And I want you to tell that to your friends, too. Come on.
Senor Rosario, you don't know what a pleasure this is.
Don't give me that, you old fraud. You're fired.
But you can't blame me. The court had all the accounts audited.
I need somebody I can trust. I don't trust you. Forget it.
If you like, I'll explain.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Explain how difficult it was for you to spy when Vizzoni asked you to.
Well,
Forget it. Now all we need is a full order book.
You know what I think? They'll do everything they can to stop those trucks working.
Yeah, I know, but don't worry. They'll work. Buongiorno.
Buongiorno. You're Rosario.
Yes, good guess, Rosanna.
May I offer you a coffee?
Thanks, I'd love a coffee.
The water was already boiling. I just finished getting myself something to eat.
Rosanna, I want you to know how upset I am about what happened to Pasquale. He and I planned to return together.
Yes, I know, and now he's buried in Baltimore.
Yes, and the same thing was meant for me. In jail, Pasquale would boast for hours about what a wonderful wife he had.
And to me, he used to write and describe life in prison and pages about you. He thought of you as a brother, and it never even crossed his mind that...
Go on.
But I'm the curious type. Would you like some more coffee?
No, thanks.
I know. It's not hard to read your mind. It's obvious you think that I should be crying. And you're embarrassed at the interest I show in you. Aren't you?
Do you say so?
Let's face it, you can't expect me to have any madly romantic notions about love at this point. I don't know when I changed. I suppose it was about 3 years ago when I first realized I didn't love him anymore. Then one day, out of the blue, I was told that he wasn't going to return. Of course, it broke me up at the time. Up to a point. Then as soon as I got over the shock, I was horrified to experience an overwhelming sense of relief.
I can imagine. Only you mustn't torture yourself.
But you can't ignore the whole world. I wish I had your self-confidence.
Yeah? Funny you should mention that. You see, it was my self-confidence that really landed me in jail.
I hate that word. All these years I've been serving a jail sentence, too.
What the hell are you talking about? You can't stop us loading. We got the proper permits to use this quarry, so let's get on with it, or you can go get stuffed.
Hey, any jobs here are mine.
I got orders for 6 loads
Yeah,
here.
well, this pit isn't open for you. That's simple. Now get out of here. All right, get moving, you bunch of scrubs.
What's this, a coffee break? Why aren't you loading?
Ask Vincenzo.
You're nothing but a bunch of cowards. If you won't load those damn trucks, I will.
Come on! Move!
What's going on here?
These bums are trying to move in on us.
We're bums. We got the contract. They won't let us load.
Commendatore. I showed Vincenzo the work order. He tore it up.
I can't always be favoring you. Today, a contract for 6 loads of ballast was given to Rosario Insulia. There's enough work for all of you. Load up now. Tell Rosario that Lopresti is true to his word. And remember, I don't want to have any trouble. Not for me or for you.
We'll make sure it won't happen again. The last thing we want is trouble.
Averte facentua ma peccatis meis, et omnes culpas meas res. Por mundum crea in me Deus, et spiritum rectum innova in visceribus meis. Requiem aeternam dona Domine, et lux perpetua luce a teis. In nomine Patris, et Filii, et Spiritus Sancti. Amen.
I can see you're a devout Christian. Can we talk? I have something important to tell you.
Salutare in tunta per Christum Dominum nostrum.
I don't know you. What do you want?
Nothing. I don't want anything. I thought that maybe since you're Since you're a devout Christian and this is consecrated ground, it'd be a fitting spot to make sure you rest in peace.
Requiescat in pace. Amen.
Amen.
How are you? Rosario and Celia. Look where it's got you going it alone. Antonio's death was your fault. I wonder what you hope to get out of this. Damn it, nobody knows better than I do who you're really battling with. That bastard, Calogero Vizzoni. And he's running circles around you. I tell you, it makes me sick to watch it. He's got you playing little war games with his boys. Who knows, maybe you can sort out a few of his weak links.
Clever, aren't you? And yet your trial's a farce.
Look, you've only got two ways to go. With them or with us. You can't go on sitting on the fence, Rosario. Are you afraid to testify because you think you'll get a bullet through your head?
Rosario's not afraid of anyone.
Yeah,
you
that's right. You belong to the Honorable Society. You even talk like one of them, don't you? We need you to testify to put Vizzoni away, and you know it.
Commissario, why don't you knock it off? I don't know anything.
I see. I could always try and subpoena you, but what's the use? We subpoenaed 20 for today. But once in court, nobody knows anything.
Your friend the commissario just left, huh?
What do you want?
Let's just say you'd be smart to stop playing around. Antonio's accident was unpleasant for everyone.
You mean you have the balls to call that an accident?
An accident. Just like what happened to Vincenzo this morning at the cemetery. But we don't blame you for that.
For all I care, you can do what you like.
Look, there's no reason to blow your cool.
There's no reason, huh? You've forgotten the 8 years I did? And what about Pasquale and Antonio and all the other things you choose to forget? Like how you were on the point of selling everything I own you and your friends? And I'm supposed to cooperate? Who is it?
Hello, it's Rosanna.
Oh, yeah. How are you?
Hey, are you mad at me?
No, I'm not mad at you. Just sick at the world.
Can you come over? There's someone here who wants to talk to you.
Okay. I'll be over as soon as I can.
Carmelo Rizzo. I paid off Vincenzo. Not because I thought he murdered Antonio, but to settle an old debt.
They were running a transport business, he and his brother, Federico. A month ago, their trucks were lost in a fire, and his brother ended up like Antonio.
Yeah. The Mafia were all at the funeral. And our friend Calogero Vizzoni bought the gravestone.
What do you want?
You. I want you as a partner. You and me are strangers. You know nothing of me. However, I know you pretty good. I've been waiting for you to get back ever since they killed Federico. You interested?
No.
Forget you, man. You want to work alone?
No, not alone. Not in company either. I've got a trucking business, and it's all I'm interested in.
My enemies are yours as well.
I don't have any enemies.
Oh, don't you? Then tell me something, man. How'd you end up in jail?
I don't think there's much point continuing this.
Don't go yet. For all you know, he really could help you out.
No.
And I thought that you were a man of honor. Only a coward wouldn't avenge the death of a friend, but you...
What the hell are you saying?
Nothing. Why would I say anything? I thought you'd have been already told everything there is to know about what happened to your poor wife.
You're trying to put me on. Tell me. Damn you, tell me! All I know is my wife was killed in an accident.
They murdered her! They murdered her! If you like, I can prove it.
This is the place where it happened?
Yes.
Tell me the details.
It was all in the letter.
Tell me how she died. Tell me how she died.
She'd just got around the corner. And this big truck was coming downhill, fully loaded. The truck's brakes failed and the driver lost control. He couldn't help hitting her. At least that's what they say. It was an accident, Rosario. No one ever knew who was in the truck because he drove on without stopping. That's all I know.
Who told you about it?
The police. I identified Anna at the hospital. She died in the ambulance.
Wasn't there anyone around at the time who happened to witness the accident?
Yes, a shepherd saw it.
You know what his name is?
No, and I think he moved to Brindisi. Or so I was told.
Still there?
Just don't know, Rosario.
They might know. They might even have seen it.
But, Rosario, the shepherd...
How do you know there wasn't another witness? Hey, wait a minute. I want to talk to you. How are the crops?
Good day to you.
I need to find out about the crash that happened up on the road. The one 4 years ago when the truck hit the car. The woman in the car was killed. She was my wife. It's very important.
I don't remember.
Sure. You're all the same, aren't you? You never remember anything. The less you know, the better off you are, right? But if someone had murdered your mother, you wouldn't have forgotten about that.
I didn't see anything. So why don't you be on your way and leave me alone?
It's useless, Rosario. You know that.
Yes, you're right. I'll find out about it another way.
Every night.
Let's go make some music. Just me and you.
Oh, come on. That old cliche died with my great-grandmother.
Not my kind of music. Come on.
Hey, what is this? You all think you're going to get laid?
What are you complaining about, eh, baby? Don't knock it, you know. You're raking a fortune.
Yeah? Go find another broad to flash your roll at, but leave me alone. No matter how much you promise me, I won't do it. It's kinky. Hey, by the look on his face, he wouldn't even touch me with a 10-foot.
Oh, now you're wrong. He's crazy about you.
Ah, he's shy. Is that right, honey? Do you like me? I should have warned you. I can't stand wet sand. It's bad for my rheumatism. At least you could have brought along a blanket.
Stay here.
Well, let's get on with it then. Hey! How do you like it, huh?
You bitch. Listen, Blondie, when Camelo Rizzo wants a woman, he gives a whistle, and a dozen come running. Understand? Get up!
Yeah, but...
Now listen, I'm going to ask you some questions. You refuse to answer me or start lying, then you're going to take a little swim, baby. So just take it easy.
Leave me alone. No! Leave me alone.
Shut up! Did you ever happen to hear of a certain Anna Insulia?
No. Why?
Surprising. Considering your boyfriend.
No.
You were well.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about a man you know. Francesco Macaluso! Francesco Macaluso!
No! Let me go.
You ain't never him. You lived with
Please.
him.
No. No, let me go. I don't know anything.
You do, Blondie.
No.
You're on a drug, you tell me.
No.
Everything. Who was driving the truck that ran down Anna Insulia? It was Macaluso, wasn't it? He killed her.
Yes. It was an accident, though.
Yeah. It was an accident. Who was behind the accident? Who ordered it?
I know. You're going to kill me.
The names. Tell me or I will kill you.
Vizzoni! It was Vizzoni.
Why did he want her killed?
I don't know.
You little bitch. Tell me why.
I'll tell you. She was going to squeal on Vizzoni for putting a finger on Rosario.
Did you hear that? Where is Francesco? Where is he? Yeah, where is Francesco?
I don't know. Don't hit me again. Please, don't hit me. I don't know. Please.
Where is Francesco?
On the bench. The last that I got from Pieve near Sabato.
And the contents of the letter?
Nothing. He just asked if I would join him over there. Oh, please let me go.
Stop breaking.
Don't leave me here.
You're no... A friend of mine, Francesca Macaluso, lives around here. Tell me where?
2 miles along, you turn right. This is the first house you get to on that road.
Hello, Francesco.
Rosario.
It's a small world and full of surprises.
What do you want with me?
You know. Expression on your face says you know exactly, don't you?
But how'd you know where to find me?
Let's just say, well, maybe a friendly little bird told me.
That damned whore Concheta told you, I'll bet.
Who's Concheta? I don't know her.
All right, what's this about?
You know.
It was an accident, Rosario, if you let me explain.
Explain.
I'm driving one of those tippers, carrying a load of sand. Go into a curve and my brakes give out. It was an accident, Rosario. Believe me, I wasn't even aware I hit anyone. Let's have something to drink. A drop of wine, huh? Yeah, here we are.
I want the truth right now, or I'll work your face over with that friend.
What do you want to know?
The names.
What? You're out of your mind.
The names.
Vizzoni.
Put some things in a bag. You're coming home.
What for?
To give evidence.
Evidence?
The police have got Vizzoni on trial, and it just so happens that you'll testify for the prosecution.
What are you saying? What evidence?
You know damn well. Come on.
Wait a minute. Let me pack a few things like you said. I can't go like this.
You lost your chance.
Hold it, Rosario. I'm not going to Palermo with you.
And I say we're going to Palermo together. And I'll lock you in the trunk of the car. You give me the slightest bit of trouble.
I'm not coming. Listen, man, they'll bump us off as soon as we get there. We wouldn't have a chance.
Ah, shut up and keep your hands off me. Vizzoni doesn't scare me any more than you do.
Vizzoni, no. But what about the others?
The others? Once I get rid of Vizzoni, the others are no problem.
And Lopresti?
You say?
Can you handle Lopresti as well, huh? He's the guy who ordered Vizzoni and the others around.
What are you saying?
He's the capo, Rosario. He's the one that sent you to jail. And he ordered your wife's murder.
How'd you know? An insignificant punk like you, huh?
How? I overheard a conversation at a secret meeting. That's why I live here now.
We're going to Palermo. Come on.
I'm not going.
Move, damn you. No!
No, Rosario. No one enters like that here. You should knock next time.
I was in a hurry to thank you.
Thank me for what?
For everything you've done for me.
We're always ready to help when the need arises. So, things are better, huh?
Yeah, not bad. Except for certain memories that tend to keep me awake.
Think about the past. The more you'll suffer.
My past is the reason I came to talk to you. You've always been like a father to me.
It's always a pleasure to advise you.
All right, then. I want you to advise me on how to forget about my 8 years in jail, about Anna being murdered. You see, I know that somewhere somebody's responsible.
It's always difficult to establish responsibility.
Yeah, but I'm getting there. I was convinced the person I wanted was Vizzoni. Now I find there's somebody else, someone right at the top, giving orders. Someone respected, with a good reputation. A man that nobody even considers could belong to the Mafia at all. I thought you might know something.
Why do you ask me?
You're an important man. You know everybody.
What you're saying is very dangerous, Rosario. Who told you this story?
Poor guy I knew, who's paid for it already.
Listen, Rosario. You came here for advice. So I'll give you some. And I'd take it if I were you. You know, you win, Rosario. The way things are. Just let it go. Let sleeping dogs lie.
I must find out who it is.
No, don't. Forget your hate. A man must do surgery on things in life that disturb him.
You're advising me to cut out my heart?
Now you're being rather dramatic. Anyway, if you go to the police, they'll ask for proof.
Don Lopresti, I'm not trying to bring him to trial. I'm going to pass judgment on him when I'm sure.
Just keep your cool and you won't die.
What is this?
A gun. I advise you to start the engine. It's not a toy, kid. Come on, get this thing rolling. Take the Lentini Road. Move it! One step closer. You get a bullet in the belly, kid. Get moving. Move.
Juan!
You. Start writing.
A letter to your father. Come on, you're at the university. You can write.
Dear Daddy, my life depends on you following these instructions.
Rosario, I'm so glad you're all right.
Hey, you look frightened. Like maybe this was one of our last moments together.
Rosario, don't say that. Well?
Lopresti is trapped. There's no way he can escape. Hey, listen, you're not worried.
I try to think about other things, but it's much stronger than me. Only as long as I'm with you, I'm secure. But then whenever you're not here with me, the old phobia returns. Leave here.
And go where?
A country where nobody's heard of you. A place where nobody can find us.
Like the Peruvian jungle? You'd end up hating it. It's no good, Rosanna.
But I wouldn't mind living in the Peruvian jungle. Just as long as we're together, Rosario. You see, it's all that matters to me.
Don Lopresti.
This way, sir.
If I was carrying a gun, I'd be tempted to put a bullet through you.
It takes guts to put a bullet in a man. And so far, Lopresti, the boy's all right.
I hope so. How much?
I don't want cash in exchange.
Now listen, don't play cat and mouse, Rosario. How much?
You don't understand me. Cash is the very last thing I'm interested in.
What do you want, then?
First, I want your position. And then your respectability. And finally, your honor.
That leaves very little.
It leaves you the life of your son.
Rosario Insulia, you're quite mad.
You could be right. But the madness of one who simply doesn't care anymore can be dangerous.
Don't talk in riddles. What do you mean?
Whatever happens, I'll see you and Vizzoni suffer for what you've done.
You're on the wrong tack. Why associate me with Vizzoni?
Lopresti, you know, I used to like you, respect you. Remember how it was before? Now you're just a bum, Lopresti. Why, you haven't even got the guts to do your own killing.
Shut up. Stop this nonsense.
Yeah. It's wasting time. Prepare a confession and sign every page of it personally. About getting me sent to jail. About how Anna was murdered. And Antonio and Pasquale. I want names, dates, places, all the particulars. And when you turn that confession over to me, then I'll release your son.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Sure. I'm afraid that's not going to work on me.
There are ways to cure people like you.
Meaning? You can telephone the police?
But that'd be risky. And murder's more than risky.
You've had your chance, and I'm losing patience. If you want money, I'll give it to you. But if you touch a hair of my son's head...
Save your threats. You'll need about 2 or 3 days to prepare an accurate statement. So I'll give you 3 days. But no more. Oh, there's something else. I realize that what I'm asking means a betrayal of all your friends in the society. And that's why I want them betrayed by you. You, a man of honor. Oh, yes, another thing. I'd better warn you that should anybody try to pull anything, the whole society will end up in court. As long as I'm alive, I won't talk. But it's all written down, just in case I die. Let's face it, you're in a very difficult situation. There's no choice, Lopresti. I know all there is to know. And that's enough to hang the whole murdering bunch of you.
The blame is ours. From Palermo to New York to Chicago and everywhere else, our systems, organizations, and channels of contact are known to Rosario Insulia.
He was chosen by communal agreement. Of course, the blame is ours. But at that time, he was the only one capable of setting up the new network. Sometimes the young ones do get out of hand.
Yes, but in this case, there's more involved than usual. If what he's written down ever falls into the wrong hands, it could close down our operations in America.
Right. And that means we must move with the utmost caution. We ourselves are extremely vulnerable. He's attracted dangerous attention for the organization. And we mustn't forget Vizzoni. A wrong move now could seriously affect the outcome of his trial.
Not to mention Lopresti's boy.
So for now, Rosario stays alive.
And we're all agreed on a policy of sit tight. Meanwhile, let's find the weak link in Rosario's chain.
And then we can decide on how to act. Like men of honor.
Buongiorno, signorina. What can we do for you?
Good morning. I'm not quite sure. I had a telephone call to come here.
Well, then, you're Rosanna Shortino?
That's right.
One moment. We have something for you. There we are.
You have to be joking.
No, quite serious. It's a present. For you.
I don't believe you. I mean...
Signorina, you can't leave it. It's paid for.
By who?
Shall we say, an admirer of yours.
Thank you.
Ah, yes, I almost forgot. There's a letter as well. Hey.
An admirer, you're right.
One of many, I should think.
In exchange for information about a young man you know. They didn't waste any time. And it's always the same method. We all have a price. But this time, they're mistaken. What I want, Rosanna, is much too expensive.
What is it you want? Are you sure they know?
Oh, they know all right.
Rosario, they'll give you as much money as you want to get rid of you. You're making a big mistake if you stay. I want to leave Palermo. Well.
No. No.
Don't let your ambition spoil things. If you keep on, who knows what they'll do.
Goes back at once, Rosanna.
Neither you or I are up for sale.
All right. I'll return it, Rosario. But take care no one else tries to seize what you are refusing.
How old are you, kid?
20.
I frighten you, huh? Have you ever done a day's work?
I go to university.
He goes to the university. George, you hear that? Has he ever done a day's work? That's all I wanted to know. And his lordship deigned to answer that he goes to the university. That means he wants us to mind our P's and Q's, because he's a cut above the rest of us. He wouldn't get his hands dirty doing a day's work. Oh, no, he goes to the university. Give me his shirt.
Come on, Professor. You heard what the teacher said. Up you get.
Keep still. You know, I always wanted to try on a genuine rich boy's shirt. Takes bread to buy quality like this. Of course, that's nothing to you. You could charge to your heart's content in every store in town, because your father's commendatore lo presti. Well, ask your old man where he gets his bread. Sure, in Palermo, your old man's out of sight. Everyone thinks he's a real gentleman, because he doesn't like trouble. People like Lopresti get rich using suckers like me and Rosario, and your father's the worst of the lot.
I don't understand. What do you mean?
It's not difficult for him either. Anyone gives him any static, he uses his troubleshooting friend, Vizzoni, to strong-arm them.
Friend?
And that way, your old man always gives the impression of keeping his fingers clean. But one small gesture on his part is all it takes to put a man in the cemetery.
That's not true. None of it's true.
Balls, none of it's true. Everything I just told you is true, kid. If you think I'm lying, then shoot me. Here. Go on, take it. Now pull the trigger. You mean to say he hasn't taught his son to murder yet? Huh? Let the kid go. I said let the kid go! All right. So you're not like your old man, huh? You got blood in your veins. Huh? Let me have a look at it. Let me have a look. Just one little drop, huh? That's enough! You must be crazy. What are you trying to do? If I'd had just a few seconds more, I'd have carved up our precious merchandise. Let's take a walk.
Get back inside. That merchandise, as you call it, gets treated well. Get that straight. Do you understand?
As long as he's alive, I'll keep to our bargain. Only I'm not in this for the glory. I want Lopresti's son to show us a profit.
And he will at the right moment.
I already got approached.
You know, they're offering a hell of a lot.
But only in cash. Right?
Sure, they're offering to pay plenty.
Yeah, I'll bet they are. Who contacted you?
You know Palermo. News travels in smoke rings. 300 million lira.
What'd you do?
Said I wasn't interested. That I called double a fair deal.
You lousy bastard, so there's a price on your vendetta.
Why the hell not? I want revenge, but I want the cash as well. And you'd better play along.
Don't you threaten me. I know your kind. You'd sell your mother if the price was right. Look, I started this, and I'll finish it. So you play along, or drop out, permanently. Wait a minute.
You know, frequently in business, a man's reach exceeds his grasp.
Depends on what business.
The one you consider a game.
They're not my rules.
However, 8 years ago, it was you who forgot the rules. And you paid for it. Don't make that mistake again.
Get down to why you're here.
You've got only one way out. And that's with these.
With these?
And the case. It was quite difficult for us to come up with this. There's more than enough in here for you to travel in charming company. No, the genuine article wasn't available, but these should serve the purpose. Take my advice and let the boy go free. And get out of here fast, because here you're through in any case.
Forget it.
A businessman knows a good deal when he's got one. That was our last offer.
Forget it. You sure don't act like a father. Or maybe your real family rates second best in your mind.
How is he?
Strange to find you're still interested.
What do you mean?
That he should have been killed this morning, after what your friends tried to do last night.
They tried to kill him?
Yeah, but the driver was an amateur compared to Francesco Macaluso. Next time, find somebody who knows his job. But remember this. Even if I get killed, all I know, everything's written down. And in the hands of the police, it'll be enough to jail everyone.
I promise you, I knew nothing about this.
There's nothing you don't know about, not one thing. I can't depend on promises.
I want my son back. How much do you want?
I've told you. I've told you, but it won't sink in. A confession in writing will free Carlo.
If I were to confess, don't you realize you wouldn't be allowed to live?
If you don't confess till 11 o'clock tonight, your son is going to die. I'll be waiting for you then at the Partana turnoff on the coast road. 11 o'clock.
Rosario. The commissario's here, in the living room.
Go right in the kitchen. There's nothing to worry about. I guess I ought to be honored.
Rosario, I thought I'd have one last try at making you see sense. The Vizzoni trial is about to finish without a verdict.
Can I offer you a drink?
Not on duty. All that research, the effort it took to put him inside, and he still managed to beat us. That's real justice. No proof, no witnesses, no case. And for that, we can thank you and all the others like you.
Tough luck, Commissario. It's hard on you.
I have the impression you're in for a little tough luck pretty soon. I won't let you get away with it, you know.
I don't understand.
You're asking for trouble. And you must know it, too. Maybe it takes less courage to do it your way. But the point is, Rosario, this way you're no better than they are. Just call if you change your mind. Incidentally, do you know anything about Lopresti's son?
His name's Carlo.
I just thought you might want to know. They say he's been kidnapped. There haven't been any charges, of course. It's just a rumor. If it did happen to be true, I wonder why his father wouldn't report it.
Commissario, he's free to do what he wants.
Yeah, sure. But Rosario, play it smart. I'll stay in the office all night. And if you need me, I'll do everything I can to help you.
Anything's possible.
Sure.
Where are you, Zunda? You must pack and leave at once, you understand?
Where am I going?
To Marsala, our cousin's house.
How long can you go on this way?
Zunda, there's no other way until I finally collect what I want.
Let's go have a look. We'll walk, and bring your gun with you.
Stay here, Giorgio, and don't let the kid out of the car. Rosario.
For God's sake. This is how you finish the job, huh? No cash, no evidence, no nothing, nothing. Beat it. Get the hell out of here if you know what's good for you.
Whoever killed him might come back.
Yeah, why should they? Because if they shot Lopresti, he wasn't capo. Who is it?
Look, baby, I just resigned. You want to play find the capo, you can do it without me. You got this warped idea that you're an exception, and that body's the result.
No, it's not finished yet.
Right. There's one other thing left to finish.
I'll do it on my own. What are you saying?
It's just a little detail. We don't need the boy any longer.
You fool, come back!
Don't do it, Carmelo! You little bastard! No!
Get out of here! Get out of here!
Tell me about my father. Why do you hate him so much? Please, I have a right to know.
It's a very long and unpleasant story. You wouldn't like it, kid.
What do you mean? What's he ever done to you?
He did a lot to me, and to other people. If I told you about it, you'd call me a liar.
And what of you? Are your hands so clean?
I didn't say that. I made the same mistake your father did. And that was we trusted the word of the men of honor.
Who is my father?
Carlo, tell the police the men who killed your father were the men of honor. It was his friends who murdered him.
Rosanna. Who did this? Tell me.
I don't know. 2 men. They were looking for a letter. I don't know, Rosario.
We've got to get moving. Come on.
No.
What do you mean?
Right. My mind is cracking. I can't face this any longer.
Don't be an idiot. Now pull yourself together. You know what'll happen if you stay?
Sure. But it won't help to run. It's too late. We'll be killed. I'm so afraid.
We'll be all right. Now, come on.
Leave me alone.
We can make it. But we must stick together. Believe me, Rosanna.
It's no good, Rosario. What's the use of running? They're bound to catch up with us eventually. It's too late. It's much too late. I can't take anymore.
So that's how it is. You've got no damn guts.
That's right. I'm terrified, Rosario. I'm terrified because I'm just a normal person who doesn't think murder's honorable like your kind does. I respect life, including my own.
It's up to you to change your mind if you want to.
I'm staying.
Very well, then. But I warn you, they'll come back and kill you.
Rosario! Rosario!
Commissario Modica, it's urgent.
Modica speaking.
Commissario, Rosario and Zulia. I've decided to give you all the evidence you wanted. I'll bring it to you in the morning in writing.
Where are you?
In my office.
Operator.
Modica? Hello?
All patrols on emergency call.
Men of honor! They've gone, Commissario.
I decided too late, as they always do.